Hockey fans, welcome back to the World Junior Ball Hockey Championships. United States and Switzerland battling here in the U18 division. United States out to an early lead, 1-0. I'm your play-by-play announcer, Chris Pakanowitz. I'll get you the U.S. goal scorer here in just a moment. Right now, Switzerland on a power play. Working the ball down deep, up for a one-timer at the point. Oh, good save there by the American netminder. Battle along the boards. Good keep in by the Swiss. Over to Straub. Still battling along the boards. America looking for a clear here, and they get it. So for Switzerland, we have Julian Stuckley in net. U.S. with the ball. Again, rifles it down deep. And for the United States, we have Brandon Silva in net. Switzerland gains the line, 50 seconds left on the power play. Good rush there towards the net, but the American defenseman was able to get back and get a poke check on the shot, driving it to the right of the net. Spawn from Switzerland, easy save there for Silva. He saw that all the way. As I said before in some of the other games I called, at this level, you need to get traffic in front of the net if you want to beat these World Championship level goaltenders. When they can see that shot coming in from the point, they're going to align themselves in good position and make the stop. So Switzerland looks like they're working an umbrella here. Shot down low, rebound! Silva able to cover it up. That was a great quick wrist shot by the Swiss there. But Silva, some good hockey awareness, was able to track the ball down to his right pad and cover it with his waffling glove for the faceoff. Looks like the Americans have Batista out there on the draw against Klaus for Switzerland. The Americans win it, and that's going to do it for the power play as the American player gets set to come out of the box, and they are back at full strength. Switzerland with the ball, dumps it in, gains the line. Americans intercept. Now they have numbers 2-on-1. United States with a chance to capitalize here. Great defensive work by the Swiss defenseman, forcing the saucer pass a little too high as it bounced over the other American attacker's stick. So, great job there by the Swiss defenseman, helping to keep this a 1-0 game. Keep in at the red line by the Americans. Cycle down low. Swiss defenseman goes down to the floor, intercepts the pass, but America is able to keep it at the red line. Shot goes well high off of the glass behind the net. United States working the ball in the office. Still in the office, looking to get a pass going out front. Backhander. Oh, great pad save! The Americans are signaling that they scored. I do not see a signal from the ref. I believe the ref blew the play dead. The Americans were certainly whacking at the ball, but from my vantage point, it did look like the Swiss goalie had it covered. We'll see what the call is here from the referees. This is a huge call early in the game. 8:46 has elapsed. If this puts the Americans up by 2, it's certainly going to put Switzerland more than likely in a different change of strategy to try and climb back in this one. No goal! So great job by the Swiss netminder there, holding his ground and keeping the Americans from punching that ball in underneath his pad. Again, the Swiss netminder is Julian Stuckley, and Brandon Silva from Massachusetts in net for the Americans. So 8:46 has elapsed. And in Europe, they run the clock opposite to how it's done back in North America. So they're going from 0 to 15 as the Americans get another opportunity on net, another good save there by the Swiss netminder. So with 9 minutes elapsed, that means there's 6 minutes remaining in the period. I'll keep you updated on the time and score throughout the game. Here in beautiful Liberec, Czech Republic, U.S. still working the ball down low. Swiss defense all over them, not giving them any breathing room. Good keep in there by the American defenseman. That was number 14, Josh Moran, but Switzerland does manage to gain control of it. Moran slides hard into the boards. Looked like he took a nasty tumble. Here's the Americans with numbers, and a great poke check by the Swiss defense to get that out of harm's way. Swiss playing some really smart defense, as that would have been an empty net there for KJ Meek. Americans with some golden opportunities here midway through the first, but the Swiss netminder and the Swiss defense have kept the door closed to keep it a 1-0 game. Swiss gain the line. Wrist shot in, seen all the way by Silva as he steers the rebound off his chest protector to his defenseman. So the U.S. goes for the high dump in, they gain the line, but they don't have numbers here. It's a 1-on-3, and a soft wrist shot on the net is going to be easily swallowed up by Stuckley. In their opening game, the Americans defeated the home team, Czech Republic, by a score of 4-3, which gave them 3 points, and then they lost to Canada in overtime, 4-3, after they took a penalty late in that game when they were up 3-2 that allowed the Canadians to tie it with less than a minute left, and then just 13 seconds into overtime, Canada scored. So the Americans got a point off of that, so they stand at 4 points in the standings. Switzerland has not had a victory yet. They are at 0 points. Battle in front, loose ball, picked up by the American defense. And earlier today, Slovakia defeated Canada 3-2 in regulation. So with Canada getting the 2 points, and the Czech Republic having defeated Switzerland, the United States is on top of the round-robin division right now, thanks to that extra point with the overtime loss. The Canadians and Czechs tied at second. U.S. gains the line, trying to make something happen, but nobody was moving there, so P.J. Bajeti didn't have many choices other than to try and cycle it down low. So Swiss unable to get it clear, up along the boards. He's hemmed in. Oh, good spin move there by the American player. But ball rolled off of the stick. We've seen that a lot in this tournament. Players having some difficulty when they're trying to make the fancy hockey moves about maintaining control of the ball. And it's been happening with players on all teams. Here's the Americans walking it out in front. And again, with the Swiss defense sacrificing the body. Boy, they are not afraid to get in front of these shots and stymie the Americans. And the Swiss bench is screaming for an elbowing call as the American player appeared to take a hard body check there to the Swiss forward, which happened right in front of my announcing booth here between the player benches. United States with it. There's a breakout over to Batista. Batista's got it up along the boards, being harangued by a Swiss defenseman there, Bernhardt. Kept in. Batista with it again. Dumps it off, goes off of the glove of the Swiss netminder into the corner. Another battle along the boards. U.S. taking the body. Now the Swiss take the body. They manage to advance it up towards the point. Here comes a walk-in from the American player. Shot goes wide. Oh, great work there by Batista as he was able to make a little dangle there on the Swiss defenseman. U.S. defenseman calling for the ball here at the point, but Batista has it, just misses wide again off the far post. So Batista with 2 quality looks at the net here. But again, credit to the Swiss defense. They are not giving clear shooting lanes to the U.S. thus far. Kept in at the point. Here's Alex Thomas with it. Thomas running it down low, looking to make something happen. Thomas walks it out in front, shot! No goal. The referee says the goalie had it covered. I think the Americans were about to raise their stick there. From my vantage point, it looked like the ball was about to trickle under the goalie's pads, but he was able to get it closed, and the ref gave him the whistle to keep it a 1-0 game. with 1 minute and 58 seconds remaining here in the first period. Swiss coaching staff giving some marching orders here to the players that just came off the bench. You see some high fives going on. I think they're very happy with how the defense is clogging up the shooting lanes. So Switzerland gets it clear. Not going to be a flooring call here as the American player was able to get a stick and slow that ball down. Up along the boards, over to a Swiss stick, and he makes no mistake and buries it. A great bounce for Switzerland allows them to tie it 1-1. America seems a little shell-shocked here. From my vantage point, it looked like it was just going to be a battle along the boards, but the Swiss player obviously made a great centering pass in front to his line mate, who made no mistake about it. One-timer up over the waffle of American netminder Brandon Silva, and I'll get you that goal scorer here in a moment as the referee gets ready to drop the ball. 1-1. 13-17 has gone by here in the first period. Switzerland and the United States in the U18 Junior Division matchup. U.S. has control, calling for the ball. They managed to advance it. They gain the line. U.S. with numbers. There's a wrist shot. Great glove save. That was a nice, hard, low wrist shot. But the Swiss netminder in good position there was able to knock that down with his glove and then get the cover. So U.S. getting some fresh legs out there. 13:34 gone by, 1-1 Switzerland and the United States tied here in this U18 division matchup. Face-off not won by either team. Ball trickles to the sideboards where it's picked up by Switzerland. Great back check there by the American forward. But Switzerland does manage to kick the ball into the offensive zone, so they now have the U.S. zone as the American defenseman tries to keep the Swiss player from getting body position, and he was successful on that. It was great work there by Warner Sané, number 27, to keep Switzerland from generating another opportunity. Outlet pass went off the American player, played by the Swiss netminder. We are under a minute remaining here in the first period. Switzerland and America tied 1-1. America out to an early lead, 1-0, and then less than a minute ago, Switzerland tied it on a nice one-timer from a centering pass. Ball ends up on the stick of number 5, shot! And we have a goal! The Swiss netminder was unable to keep that underneath his waffle after he made the initial save, and the American player was in perfect position there to bury that rebound. So the United States goes back up with 34 seconds remaining here in the first period. Looks like the Swiss netminder lost his helmet diving to try and cover that. He's receiving some consolation words from one of his defensemen. Certainly can't blame the Swiss netminder there. That was a very impressive wrist shot from the American forward that would have given any goalie trouble. And with the Swiss being outnumbered there, 3-2 in the offensive zone, there was nothing they could do to stop the American player from burying the rebound underneath their netminder, Julian Stuckley. America back on the attack, but Switzerland with a good intercept. Now Switzerland has numbers. Here they come in a 3-on-2, trying to dangle. They can't, but they get another good bounce. Oh, and it just trickles wide off of the diving Swiss player. That was a great dangle there by the Swiss forward, but here comes America right back. One-on-one shot. What a save again! Julian Stuckley showing up big time for the Swiss in this game as he stymied that partial breakaway attempt. So that's going to do it for the end of the first period here. United States leading 2-1. Julian Stuckley with some early big saves. America jumped out quickly to a 1-0 lead. Switzerland tied it about 2 minutes ago, 1-1, but then the Americans came back less than a minute later to make it 2-1, burying a rebound underneath Stuckley. During the intermission, I'll get you the goal scorers and the assists. Again, my name is Chris Pakanowicz. Thank you for all the fans watching at home. Happy to be calling these games here with these amazing young men in beautiful Liberec, Czech Republic. We'll be back in a few moments. Okay, we're back ready for the start of the second period here with the United States leading 2-1. On the other rink, the Czech Republic is playing Canada. And judging by the noise coming through the other side of that wall, it sounds like one of the teams just scored a goal. So I was able to get you the goal scores in between periods. So for the United States, the scoring was opened by Sab Di Benedetto, and he was assisted by Leo Impagliazzo. The Swiss tied it up with the goal scorer Thiago Vanoli, assisted by Fadri Straub. And then the United States took the lead on the goal by number 85, Alex Thomas, with an assist from PJ Bigetti and Kenny Caldwater. United States with the ball down low, looking to get a cycle going. United States still with a cycle, able to walk it out in front. Great pad save there, and he's going to get the whistle. Both teams looking to get line changes here. United States ready for the face-off. United States along the boards, looking to make something happen here, but he's got two Swiss players on him. Switzerland able to get the clear here. So the United States regathers the ball, they dump it in. They're going to give chase. But the U.S. has a Swiss defender on him right there. Oh, makes a good move. He has a man streaking. Backhander goes wide. United States still working the ball down low. States still with possession, working it down low into the office. This is a good cycle for the U.S. here. Swiss under a lot of pressure. Bad clearing attempt, hits the United States player, and then he fans on the shot. But the ball trickles down low where the U.S. keeps possession. United States with a lot of early pressure here in the second period. United States still with possession here. Looks like the goaltender has lost his stick. Perhaps an opportunity for the United States to capitalize. Great poke check there by Switzerland. U.S. goes back for the ball. Swiss netminder able to grab his stick. Still battling along the boards. United States trying to get the ball out in front to make something happen. They've had the ball here in the Swiss zone for over a minute now. So the Swiss defense must be tired with the long change here in the second period. U.S. has an excellent cycle going. Shot, oh, goes off of a foot. Great positioning there by that Swiss defender to block the shooting lane, as I know his team must have been tired, and you can see it in their faces as they change right in front of me here. But the United States potentially with numbers. Swiss trying to get back. They do. It's 3-on-3. That was number 44 for Switzerland, Oscar Hegland, who blocked that last scoring attempt. Great work by Hegland. Switzerland corrals the ball along the, trying to get it out. having some difficulties. United States using their body to keep it in. Now they managed to get it out, but it looks like we're going to have a flooring call, as the Swiss player there was a little too overzealous, trying to headman the ball up to his player. That was Fabrice Riesen who committed that flooring. So Switzerland does have fresh legs out there, it looks like now. They managed to get everybody changed. United States making a couple of changes. Looks like it's going to be on the defensive side. So Warner Sané coming out with his partner, Landon Johnson. You see number 88, Declan O'Neill out there, along with number 5, Lewis O'Connor. And Jacob Batista taking the draw. Batista wins the draw, tries to walk it in towards the net, but he's stonewalled by the Swiss defense. U.S. defensemen play a quick game of pitch and catch. U.S. defense with some time here to work the ball. Low wrist shot goes well wide. Picked up by O'Connor, wheeling and dealing behind the net. Sees a streaking teammate, and a shot goes off of a Swiss stick up into the netting. Again, great positioning all game here really by the Swiss defense. They've done a tremendous job of clogging the shooting lanes, as both American goals have come off of issues where they've caught the goaltender on a rebound. So hats off to the Swiss coaching staff of doing a good job of making sure the defense follows instructions, and the forwards as well, of clogging the American shooter lanes. They don't want to give them good looks at the net, as the American team certainly does have some good shooters on this team. Tries a dangle, the ball goes off of his stick. Went over to an American player who tried to one-timer, but that looked like it was shot well wide. Not sure what happened on that one-timer. Walking it out in front, good save there, again, by the Swiss netminder. So Stuckley playing very well early for the Swiss in net. Silva has not seen much action thus far with 5 minutes elapsed here in the second period of a 2-1 game, with the United States leading Switzerland in the U18 division of the 2023 World Junior Ball Hockey Championships. U.S. gathers the ball, dumps it out, handled by the Swiss. Now the U.S. gained body position. That was Batista. The U.S. looking to gain the zone. They do. Wheeling and dealing down below, heading toward the office is Landon Johnson. Johnson with it. Looking to make a pass. Sends it back along the boards. Cross floor. Over to Warner Sané. Warner Sané with it. He's wheeling and dealing now. Circles through the office, out in front. Looking to dish it off. Tries a wrist shot, goes off of a foot. And then a second attempt goes off of a foot again. Sound like I'm repeating myself here, but the Swiss doing a great job clogging up the shooting lanes. Seems like that's going to be one of their priorities here throughout this game based on how they've played thus far. Don't give the Americans a good look at the net. That's a good strategy. Let's see if America can change and adapt. I'm sure American coach Eddie Costa has noticed this and will probably be giving his team some instructions throughout the remainder of this period in the intermission. So the U.S. has the ball down low. They're getting a cycle going. Walks on front, shot, score! Top shelf. Number 9, PJ Bajetti with a nasty wrist shot. I don't know if the Swiss netminder saw that the whole way, as his defense was in front of him, clogging the shooting lanes. He looks a little disappointed with himself, but that was a blistering wrist shot by Bajetti. Puts the United States up by 2, 3-1. Referee's waiting for the Swiss netminder to get himself settled again. It is hot in this arena here, folks, for these players, so goalies are taking the helmets off to get a chance to get some water and cool off when they have an opportunity with the draw, as Stuckley gets another face-off. So again, Bajetti on the goal. I'll try to get you the assist here in a moment. That is Bajetti's second goal of this game. He scored the American second and third goal now. confirmation from the American bench that the assist came from Saab Di Benedetto. So he now has a goal and an assist. So Jetty makes it 3-1. 6 minutes, 15 seconds have elapsed here in the second period. U.S. now up 2 on the Swiss. Swiss fans in attendance trying to rally their team here as they dump it in deep, looking to get their own pressure going, as the United States has basically controlled the tempo throughout this entire second period. So the U.S. dumping it in down deep, giving chase Lewis O'Connor. O'Connor battling along the boards. Good body work there by the Swiss defender Straub. The United States gathers up the ball, goes off of the foot, and picked up by the Swiss defenseman Berghold. So Berghold behind the net. Looks like he's waiting for his team to get set up here. And I apologize, folks. I completely missed that the Swiss were on a penalty. Pardon me, were on a power play here. The United States is shorthanded. I was trying to get the assist on that last goal. I missed the penalty call. My apologies for that. So there's 40 seconds left in the power play for the Swiss, as the United States have it down low. Going to try and get a turnaround going there, unable to. Good back check there, though, by the United States forward. Let's go, a very accurate wrist shot. But the goalie in great position there. That was Leo and Pagliazzo with that quick wrist shot and some excellent foot and body work to get the stick lift and be able to turn around on this slick floor and fire off the wrist shot. I see the Swiss netminder taking his hat off again, trying to get some water to cool off. He's faced quite a bit of shots. Not all of them have hit the net, but when you're playing net, when those shots go wide, you still have to go down quite a bit. So wearing 30 pounds of gear in an arena that's quite hot and humid, you lose a lot of fluid, and I know these goalies are doing their best to stay hydrated. 20 seconds left on the Swiss power play. Tried to roll it in there, but it looks like it went off of the stick. That was Hegland for Switzerland, unable to get the ball in, as the United States tips it into the Swiss zone. Pagliazzo was given chase there. Now 91, Ethan Alter up in front of the Swiss player there. Shot goes wide. The glove side of Brandon Silva ends up on the stick of the Americans. And we are back at even strength. So Swiss unable to capitalize. U.S. up 3-1. 8:20 elapsed here in the second period, so 7 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. Pardon me, 6 minutes, 40 seconds remaining, as the U.S. working the ball back in the office. Swiss now gain control. They're trying to use their legs to carry this out of the zone. Good little flip up there. Now gets it over to his partner. Good look at the net, number 91. Oh, good glove stop there by Silva. 91 with a very hard and accurate wrist shot that was curving towards the top shelf, and Silva had to adjust his positioning there to knock that one off to his side. Another hard wrist shot on Silva. So he's now faced 3 attempts here in the last minute, and he's been solid on each of them. I had a really good look at that second attempt, the wrist shot. The Swiss player absolutely threw some English on it to try and get that ball to curve into the top left corner. And Silva was able to track it the whole way. We have an issue here, it appears, with the Swiss netminder. I'm not sure if he's having some issues with his equipment. I see him with his helmet up, but the referee went down there and checked on him. And I just heard the referee saying the goalie is hot. So that was the issue. He's just trying to take every opportunity he can to take his helmet off and let some of that heat escape through his head. So high out by the United States, 6 minutes left here in the second period. U.S. up 3-1 over the Swiss. Battle along the board, good positioning by both teams. Nobody able to gain clear control. Still battling along the boards. U.S. had position and was able to gain control there. So long shot from the point, makes it through, but that was well wide. And caroms off the backboard over to the side where it's picked up by the Swiss defense. They're going to try and use the boards to get it out here, but a good pinch by the American defenseman. They might have some numbers here. Great back check by the Swiss, preventing the United States from having a short 3-on-2 opportunity there. Long shot goes wide of Silva, directly off the glass behind him, and he's able to corral it into his glove. 9:49 gone by, so 5 minutes and 11 seconds remaining here in the second period of a 3-1 affair. The United States leading the Swiss. U.S. went up early in the game on a goal by Sabzi Benedetto. Switzerland was able to tie it on a goal by Tiago Vinoli, and the United States took the lead. A goal by PJ Biaggetti, and then Biaggetti again scored the third goal, so he's got 2 in this affair. As the Swiss defense gains possession, takes the ball to the boards, U.S. intercepts, pinch in by the defense, shot hits a couple of bodies in front, finally bounces down to the ground, picked up by the Americans, trying to work something along the boards, get a little cycle going. U.S. still trying to get a cycle going, looking for somebody streaking here. Turnaround shot goes wide. That was Moran with no option but to fire it on net. And missed by several feet with all the bodies in front there. Good keep in there at the defense by Adam Rogalski. Ball back down low in the office. Walked out in front where the Swiss are able to get it clear to the boards. Picked up by Moran. Moran's got it. He cycles it down low. Over to Thomas. Thomas still with it. Wheeling and dealing. Throws it in front. Goes off a foot right to an American stick. Oh, good poke check there by the Swiss player. We're going to have a flooring call. But good poke check by the Swiss player there as that American player, I believe it was Moran, was going to have a really good look at the net if that ball would have continued rolling on his stick. I believe the Swiss team is yelling at the Americans that they should not be changing here. They tried to get a change. So yes, it looks like there's some discussion and the referee's coming over to explain to the Swiss coach what's going on. And we have a timeout called by the Swiss. 30-second timeouts here in Liberec. Beautiful city here in the northeast corner of the Czech Republic. About a 20-30 minute drive from the border of Poland, and about a 30 to 40 minute drive from the borders of Germany. Absolutely beautiful area here, very scenic, some mountains. I found out talking with some of the local folks, there are a lot of people from here who like to come here and ski in the wintertime. I happen to be staying in the city center of Liberec at one of their fine hotels, and I can tell you that it's one of the most beautiful city centers I've certainly seen in my travels in Europe. Very authentic and rustic architecture. And it certainly has a good feel to it. It's very welcoming towards visitors with a nice open town square with lots of shops, great restaurants, and plenty of places to get a great cup of coffee, I can tell you that. One great thing I gotta always tip my cap to the Europeans on, they do have some good coffee over here. All right, face-off ball goes up into the netting, and we're gonna have another drop here at the same spot, as Switzerland now is able to make a complete line change. So good use of the timeout there by the Swiss coach to let his team get some of their legs back as they were unable to make a change after that flooring call. Certainly don't want to go down 3 to the Americans with tired legs. Shot, hit a foot, went wide. The American didn't really have a good look at the net there. A lot of bodies in front. U.S. wheeling and dealing along the board. Shot, score from the point! Warner Sané lets go a hard, low shot. I don't know if it was deflected, but that rolled in all along the boards the entire way, and the Americans now have a 3-goal lead. So credit to Warner Sané there. There was a significant amount of traffic in front, and I saw Warner Sané take a peek at the net before he let that clapper fly. And he was able to keep it low and hard on the ground and accurate, where it slipped into the right of the Swiss netminder, Julian Stuckley. So U.S. up 4-1. 3 minutes and 44 seconds remaining in the second period of this U18 division affair. Ball centered over the United States. Got to look at the net. Shot goes wide. Looked like it went over the crossbar. Battle along the board. Switzerland trying to gain control. They can't. U.S. with it. Back to the goal scorer, Watersnay. He has another good look at the net. Unfortunately, that shot went about 2 feet wide for him. Here's the U.S. That's number 81. With a wrister on net, was hoping to get a rebound, as he did have a teammate crossing the face of Stuckley there, but Stuckley swallowed it up, and there was no rebound. That was Ethan Alter with the wrist shot. All right, so some fresh legs out there for Switzerland, and also some for the United States as we get settled for the draw here. One back by the United States. Quick move down low by number 83, Jason Tosh, of the U.S. Intercepted by the Swiss. They're going to try and get a breakout going, banking in along the boards. Not going to be foreign calls. They're going to race to the ball. Looks like some good body position being done there by the United States player as he tied up the Swiss player, preventing him from getting the ball, allowing his American teammate to gather it up, where the U.S. now gets a counter rush going. That's Lewis O'Connor with a shot, score! The U.S. on the counter rush. A one-timer by Jacob Batista. Great feed there for the one-timer by Batista. It is now 5-1 United States. So the Swiss are going to have some discussing to do during intermission. They're now down 4. They don't want to let this game get away from them. There's still some hockey left to be played here. There's a whole another period and 2.5 minutes left in this one. So the Swiss are not out of it. They've shown an ability to generate chances. And all it takes is one bounce to find the back of the net to give the team some momentum to get back into the game. Let's see how they react. Swiss trying to walk it in. Good poke check there. And Jason Tosh. Sent in down deep. KJ Meek tried to get some body position there on his Swiss counterpart. Was unable to, but it was intercepted by Alex Thomas. Thomas with it now. Over to the point. That's Declan O'Meala. O'Meala threw it in down low, intercepted by the Swiss. Soft backhander out for the triple on net. Finally corralled by the United States defenseman, Jason Tosh, up to his forwards. And the U.S. looking to generate some more scoring opportunities here as the U.S. defense goes for a change. Ball's thrown in front, went off with a couple of sticks, bounced to a Swiss player's stick. United States good chase behind their own net. Sent up along the boards. Oh, bad outlet there. Intercepted, read well by the Swiss. Turnaround shot. Oh, just missed off to the right side. High and left of Brandon Silva. Not a bad decision there by the Swiss player. Sometimes those turnaround shots are tough for goaltenders to get a read because you really can't see the player's body positioning, so it forces you to take a step out, and even if the shot misses the net, the way these balls bounce off of the glass, if you have a teammate streaking towards the net, it's not uncommon for that ball to bounce hard off the glass and find the stick of a teammate where they can bury a rebound. Outlet pass, breakaway for the United States. Shot, oh, good save there. Matt Heenan for the United States with a great attempt on the breakaway. We have a whistle here on the opposite side. Looks like the referee was signaling high stick. Not a penalty, but a high stick on the ball. So Matt Heenan was the one who had an opportunity there on the breakaway. Great outlet pass from his defenseman, but Swiss netminder Julian Stuckley got his waffle on it to knock it up over into the glass. Great save by Stuckley. All right, draw to the right of Stuckley, won by Switzerland. They're going to try and carry it out. Ball's knocked down low behind the net, picked up by the Americans. Americans on the breakout here. This is Impagliazzo's shot, goes wide. Impagliazzo had an assist on the first American goal. So last minute of play here in the period, there's 40 seconds left. United States up 5-1 over Switzerland. Battle at the blue line, won by the Americans. They have a streaky looking player, but the pass was a little behind him, went off the player's foot into the corner. And it looks like the Swiss are just going to be content to take a flooring ball here with 20 seconds left in the second period of this U18 Juniors Division affair between Switzerland and the United States of America. Swiss down 5-1. They have had some chances here in the second period. Swiss netminder Brandon Silva has not faced a lot of shots, but he has faced a few quality attempts by the Swiss. And he's been solid in net. Ball dumped down deep. Last 10 seconds to play here. Let's see what the U.S. can do if they can generate a chance. Oh, good keeping on the defense there. 5 seconds remaining in the game. Ball's thrown in front off of a foot. And it looked like Stuckley was able to stick that off into the corner, and that's going to be the end of the second period. So the United States up by 4 goals at the end of 2. 5-1. The last American goal coming by Jacob Batista. Prior to that, the fourth goal was scored by Zach Warner-Sene. The lone Swiss goal by Thiago Vanoli. So we'll go ahead and take the break here. 5-minute intermission. We'll be back for the start of the third period. Okay, we're just about ready for start of the third period here as the United States gets ready to decide who they're going to send out here. So the referee signaling he's ready for the ball drop here for the period. United States up 5-1. Swiss need to make something happen early here in the third period to get back into this game. Dumped in down low to the boards, picked up by the Americans. Still battling, finally centered, and then picked up by America. That's number 93, Drake Manning Almeida. He's got some wheels. Manning Almeida walks it out in front. Shot goes wide. Now picked up by Kenny Cadwallader. Cadwallader has it. Throws it towards net. Intercepted by the Swiss. Good keep-in at the point there by Matt Heenan for the United States. They still have the zone here. See if they can get something working. Good poke check by the Swiss defense there, but the United States using their speed to their advantage as they were able to get the poke check and keep the ball back in the zone. Chipped up by the U.S. defenseman, walks it in, shot goes wide. Swiss gather it up. They're going to try and make some line changes here, it looked like. That's why they sent it back behind the net. So the Czech Republic and Canada are playing on the other rink, and the score of that game is Czech Republic 4, Canada 2. And they're getting ready to start the third period as well. For this game, the United States up 5-1 over the Swiss, and we have a referee with his arm up, and we're going to call on the Swiss here. Tripping. Looks like the Swiss player is unhappy with the call. He's shaking his head no. And that, I believe, is number 44 for Switzerland, Oscar Heglin, who's going to be serving that deuce for tripping. So just to recap the goal scorers here, I got some clarification from the scorers table because there was a couple of deflections there. So the first American goal was Sav Divideno, assisted by Leo Impagliazzo. The second American goal was Alex Thomas, assisted by PJ Bajetti and Kenny Cadwallader. Third goal was PJ Bajetti, assisted by Di Benedetto. Fourth goal was Ethan Alter, assisted by Zach Warner-Sene, as the U.S. continues to work it. And then the last goal was scored by Kenny Cadwallader, assisted by Lewis O'Connor. U.S. gains the zone. Minute 35 remaining on the penalty. U.S. up 5-1 in the third period here against the Swiss. Long shot from the point. Looked like that was an intentional shot low and wide as they were trying to get a tip there. The United States had Warner-Sene alone to the right of the Swiss netminder, and the Swiss did make a change in net here. So that original goaltender, Stuckley, was having some difficulties staying cool. It is very hot and humid in this arena. So let's see how the other Swiss netminder, Leah Nussbaum, handles this. U.S. working the power play. Down low. They're going to try and walk it in front. Shot, loose ball. They can't see where it is. Referee blows it dead. Not sure if he lost track of it. And for those not aware, the Swiss netminder is a female, Leah Nussbaum. Absolutely proved herself worthy of competing here with the boys. This is the second game she's had a chance to play in. So, in relief of Stuckley, let's see how she holds up here with the United States. 30 seconds left on the power play. Shot, one-timer, score! The United States make it 6-1. That was a great feed by PJ Bajetti. And it looks like that goal scorer was Cadwalader again. So that's his second. Assisted by Bajetti. The U.S. up 6-1 now. Nothing that the Swiss netminder can do on that one. Just great work by the Americans getting the power play set up for that easy one-timer to bury it on the empty net. Oh, here's a walk-in shot. Great save by Nussbaum. Closes the door. Good positioning there. That was Batista walking it in. U.S. manages to get the keep in at the red. Now the Swiss manage to clear the zone. 3 minutes and 50 seconds gone by in the third period here. United States up 6-1 over the Swiss. Intercepted by Switzerland. They're going to try and run this in. He does. He gains position. Number 80 shot. Score! And the Swiss answer. A very sweet dangle there by Joel Luthi from Switzerland. Gives them a little bit of momentum here. Some positive vibes. Swiss bench very happy. They're yelling, let's go. Great work there by Luthi. That was a good dangle on the American defenseman, and then to have the wherewithal to get Silva to start his slide across and wait for the 5-hole to open and just gently slide it in there between the pads. So 6-2 United States. 4 minutes gone by here in the third period. And we're going to get a foreign call. U.S. has certainly looked like the faster team with the Swiss. I would say thus far they are certainly one of, if not the fastest of the 5 teams here. They do have a lot of legs on this squad. That was evident yesterday against the Czech Republic and also in their loss against Canada. As the U.S. walks it in, and it's poke checked aside by the Swiss netminder. U.S. walking it back in, unable to get a shot off though. Nussbaum holding her position in net there, was able to get a good poke check on that first attempt. Switzerland gains the line. Wrist shot goes well wide of Silva. And it's intercepted by the United States. They're going to try and run this out. And deflect it off the stick of the Americans. Trying to gain the line here. That's Jason Tosh. Tosh now back with the ball, centers it, nobody there to answer. U.S., another center attempt goes straight through to the opposite side. Swiss now have 2 on the ball, now 3 against 2 Americans. They do manage to win that battle. So here comes Spanion streaking down with a wrist shot, steered aside wide by Silva. No rebound given up, he directed that to his defense. United States appeals again. Shot. Good glove save there by Nussbaum. That was a nice hard wrist shot going towards the top shelf. And Nussbaum able to flash the leather. United States still with the ball. Turnaround shot goes well wide. Pinch in by the U.S. defense. Centered it. Intercepted by the Swiss, and they're just going to take a foreign call here. 5:54 gone by in the third period. United States up 6-2. They opened the scoring 1-0. Swiss answered, make it 1-1. Then the U.S. ran off 4 straight to make it 5-1 before the intermission. Then the third 6-1. But then the Swiss answered. They have the latest goal, and it was a pretty one. A nice dangle by number 80, Joel Luthi, Switzerland, getting Silva to move laterally in his crease and pushing that ball through the 5-hole as Silva had to open up his pads. So Switzerland rallying themselves around the coaching staff right now. A lot of noise coming from the other rink. Where Canada and the Czech Republic are playing each other in the U18 division. So we're getting ready for a draw here after the U.S. took their timeout. So I see Bajeti, number 9, ready to take the draw. He's got Heenan on defense right behind him, but Swiss win it cleanly to the boards. Battle along the boards. Americans managed to take control. Shot on net! Initial save. Made off of the pad, but there was an American to bury the rebound. Nussbaum made a good pad save, but a bit of a defensive breakdown there by Switzerland, as the U.S. was able to bury the rebound and make it 7-2. I'll try and get you that American goal scorer. No, buried number 7 for the United States here in a moment. Long shot in, waffle to her defense by Nussbaum. And now a dump out. Here comes Switzerland on a breakaway. And a great diving poke check by the United States defenseman Declan O'Meala. He was able to get a stick on that without tripping up the Swiss player, although we have a American player now who's going to get called for interference well away from the play. I caught that in the peripheral of my vision here. I have to say that didn't look like a good hockey penalty. Not a lot of sense in taking an interference there, but obviously the American player felt differently. That's number 9 heading to the box, Bajeti. He has a goal and 2 assists in this affair. So Swiss go on the power play, down 7-2, 6 minutes, 30 seconds elapsed here in the third period. Switzerland wins it. 73, Berkhold had it, give it to his partner Straub. And we're getting a whistle now. I was watching the ball, I didn't see what the whistle was for, but it looks like the referee is giving an explanation to a Swiss player about something. And now we're going to get a face-off outside the zone. Apologize, folks, I don't know what happened there. But nonetheless, play will continue here as the referee drops the ball, 1 to the side by Switzerland, but intercepted by the United States. And now here comes a breakaway, but offside. That was KJ Meek streaking in on Leah Nussbaum, but Meek a little too overzealous. He's offsides a hair, and the referee in great position to make that call. Face off at center. Minute and 40 left on the man advantage. A good outlet clear by the Americans. That's going to go all the way length to the floor. Swiss rattle it around the boards. Ooh. Good break there for Switzerland as the ball rolled off the defenseman's stick and almost found an American who would have been able to walk in all alone on Nussbaum. So Swiss have 2 on the ball, battling the Americans down deep in the corner, trying to get set up for the power play. A minute and 12 remaining on it. Here comes a long shot, easily handled by Silva as you saw that all the way. No traffic in front for Switzerland. Americans with it down deep now with 58 seconds left in this man advantage. Battle along the board. Swiss get 2 on the ball. Both players lose their footing. All right, right, so I did get confirmation. The last American goal was scored by number 91, Ethan Alter. That's his second of the game. He had the fourth goal, so now has the seventh. And the United States is going to be on the power play here shortly. As they get a break in, there's a man streaking, but Switzerland defense in good position, and the referee makes the call for interference on number 44 again. This is his second straight penalty for Switzerland. He is obviously not happy about it and is arguing vociferously with the referee, but the referee not having it, he won't even entertain these arguments. Says, hey kid, get in the box, you committed the infraction. That's enough of that. And based on the reaction of the Swiss coaching team, it would appear that they agree with the referee on that one. So 19 seconds was left on the original penalty for the Americans, which means we have 4-on-4 for 19 seconds, and the Americans will have the man advantage. Face-off won by the Americans. Turnaround attempt by Jacob Batista. Unsuccessful in getting that on net. Looks like the United States is trying to kill some time so they can keep the ball in the zone and get their power play set up, but they're not going to be able to, as a Swiss player tried to get a clearing attempt, but unfortunately for them, rifled one directly up into the netting with 1 second left on the Americans' initial penalty. So they're going to have a power play for 1 minute and 41. Referee signaling. No line changes allowed right now, Coach. Sorry about that. Coach says, no problem, Mr. Referee, I understand. Handled by the Americans off the draw. They are now on the man advantage. So shot, went wide. Looked like they were trying to go backdoor there for Warner Sané, but wasn't able to take control of that ball. It was coming across pretty hot. So U.S. on the man advantage. Here's Bigetti. He's got a goal in this affair. Bigetti looks like he's going to walk it in. He's got some net to look at. Shot. Good save by Nussbaum. Going down into the butterfly, closing the door. Sent back down around over to Cadwallader. Cadwallader being given a bit of a hassle there by the Swiss defenseman, but good position. United States shot, score! Top shelf over Nussbaum. That's going to make it 8-2. The United States power play goal. And as soon as this player turns around, I will get you the number. Yep, that was Batista with a very well-placed wrist shot. So that's his first goal in this game. But goal number 8 for the Americans. They are now up 8-2. And for those folks unfamiliar with how these ISBHF World Championships work, if there's any ties for total points with the teams in the round robin, they do go to goals scored as one of the tiebreakers. So that's why you might see the Americans continue to attack and get shots on net, which at first glance might appear to be unsportsmanlike when you're up 8-2, but goal differential counts. So these players are going to play till the final whistle. Battle down deep along the boards, won by the Americans. Centered, shot, handled by Nussbaum. Good positional save there. America with it, up 8-2. Coming up on the 10-minute mark of the third period, meaning, again, 10 minutes have gone by because the Europeans run the clock opposite to how we do back in North America. So then now it's 5 minutes remaining in the third period. Americans up 8-2. U.S. gets a keep in. Good dangle there by the American player. Shot blocked by the Swiss defenseman. Wraparound attempt goes off of the foot. U.S. corrals it. Back in the office. Looking for somebody. American defenseman fans on the shot. Looks like somebody lost a sneaker out there. Shot, score from the point. A lot of traffic in front. Absolutely no way Nussbaum saw that. She looks as surprised as anyone as that found the back of the net. And that was Adam Rogalski with the long wrist shot for the United States to make it 9-2. And again, folks, goal differential matters, so you can argue all you want about sportsmanship and whether or not the United States should be peppering Switzerland with goals here, but if there's a tiebreaker Goal differential counts. So this is up to the Swiss to keep the Americans from pouring it on. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the third period. United States, Switzerland, U.S. up 9-2. Switzerland dumps it in down deep. It's going to be picked up by the Americans back behind the net. And they're going to go for a high outlet, trying to look their speed here. They do. Here comes number 27 streaking down, but a great back check. That was Warner Sané. Good hustle by the Swiss defense to prevent Warner Sané from getting the wrist shot off there. And ball is swatted at by both teams, bounces up in the air, corralled by the Americans. Now Warner Sané with it. Warner Sané wheeling and dealing, circles around. Throws it towards his partner, Jason Tosh. Ball went through Tosh's feet. Tosh gathers it back up. Sends it back down deep. United States looking to walk it in. And a backhand attempt went off to the side of the Swiss netminder Nussbaum. Switzerland has possession, trying to get the ball out of the zone. They can't. Another good keep-in by the United States. They are still onside. Have to give the U.S. defense a lot of credit here. They've done a tremendous job at keep-ins here as the Swiss have tried to have set play breakouts. And as I mentioned before, the United States really good at using their legs. They are one of certainly, if not the quickest team here in this tournament based on the games I've seen them in against the Czech Republic and Canada. I did get a good look at the Slovakian team, as I called that Slovakian-Canada team, which Slovakia won 3-2. Slovakia also a quick team, so when the United States plays Slovakia tomorrow, that's going to be a tight affair. 3 minutes remaining in the third period here. United States up 9-2 over the Swiss. This was close up until the latter half of the second period where the Americans started to pull away, eventually going up 6-2 during the intermission as they now make it 10-2. So their fourth goal of the third period. United States 10, Switzerland 2. I'll get to that goal scorer here in just a second. Again, nothing Nussbaum could do on that as it was a one-timer with the United States streaking down. Nussbaum coming in relief of the initial Swiss netminder. So that was number 10, De Benedetto, with his second goal. United States with the ball. Looks like they're just going to continue to apply pressure here and try and put balls into the back of the net if they can, so if it does come down to a tiebreaker, they are the winners with goal differential. And it has happened in many ISBHF World Championships. There's been ties in the round robin in terms of points between two teams, and in some cases 3 teams, and they've had to go to goal differential. So all acknowledgement to the sportsmanship of the game, but the United States needing to do what they do to try and secure that number 1 seed, as we're going to have a penalty come up here, I believe, on the Swiss. United States with possession, 2 minutes remaining in the third period. We'll see what the call is on Switzerland as the United States puts in number 11. And that was number 91, Ethan Alter. So that's a hat trick for Alter in this game. He scored goals number 4, 7, and 11. I don't know what the call would have been on the Swiss here, but obviously a moot point with the United States now up 11-2. Looks like the Swiss are rallying around their netminder Nussbaum, but folks, none of these goals have been her fault. She's been in great positioning all through this third period, in relief of the original Swiss netminder Julian Stuckley, who I believe was relieved because of some issues trying to remain cool in this very warm and humid arena. Minute 52 remaining, United States up 11-2, cruising to victory. They're going to get the 3 points here. United States with the ball back behind their net. advanced it up along the boards. Another set play. This is something we've seen the United States do throughout this game, defense to defense, and then cross-floor outlet passes where the U.S. is able to use their legs to beat the Swiss to the forecheck. So a minute and 20 remaining in the game. Wrist shot by Moran goes wide. Bit of a little battle along the boards there. Picked up by number 33, Landon Johnson. Pad save. Moran with it, shot, scores. Went through the 5-hole. That's goal number 12. So Josh Moran puts in goal number 12. As he was streaking in all alone on Nussbaum, the Swiss defenseman trying to give Nussbaum their support. And again, there's nothing Nussbaum can do on any of these. You can't expect a goaltender when they're getting peppered at such a ridiculous pace to make every save. But honestly, most of these have been one-timers or rebounds. In fact, thinking about it, I believe that was the first goal that Nussbaum has let in that you saw all the way. But from that distance, these players shoot so hard, folks, that I'm a goaltender myself. At the end of the day, when you've got somebody that's 15 feet away from you, the best you can do is just try to read their body position and stick and make sure you're in good position. But if they beat you, they beat you. I mean, these are 80, 90 mile an hour wrist shots that I don't care if you're Ben Bishop, Jonathan Quick, or any NHL goaltender. You see it happen to them as well. Sometimes the ball just finds the back of the net. There's nothing you can do about it because these players have such quick releases and these shots come off so quick. As we enter the final 30 seconds of this affair, United States clearly in control up 12-2. And you may be asking yourself, well, why are they still trying to put the ball in the back of the net? As I said, there is goal differential as a tiebreaker. That's why you'll see some high-scoring affairs in these ISBHF tournaments where you have powerhouse teams like the United States go up against up-and-coming teams like the Swiss or Great Britain. So all credit to the Swiss here for maintaining their composure, as that's going to wrap it up. Final score, United States 12, Switzerland 2. U.S. dominant in this one, clearly the quicker team, and able to use several set plays to help that ball find the back of the net as the Swiss team goes over to reassure the netminder Nussbaum. She certainly did everything she could do in relief here of Julian Stuckley, but at the end of the day, the United States was simply too much for the Swiss team to handle. But hey, hats off to them. They showed up to compete. They play hard to the final whistle. Stick around here and see who gets Player of the Game awards for Swiss and the Americans. All right, so Player of the Game for Switzerland, number 80, Joel Luthi. Congratulations to Joel on winning Player of the Game.
Best player of Team USA is the player number 89, Tony Calderaro.
And for the United States, Player of the Game is number 89, Kenny Cadwallader. He had 4 points in this, 2 goals and 2 assists. He might have had more. I do not have assists on the last 3 American goals, but Cadwallader certainly deserving of this as he played a tremendous game. So that's going to wrap it up here for us, folks, from beautiful Liberec, Czech Republic. Thank you for tuning in. The final score, United States 12, Switzerland 2. United States gaining another 3 points. That gives them a total of 7 here in the round robin. Take care and have a good evening.